Hey, it's Vera Sue. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing the fourth attribute in the Healthy Hair Care Regimen series, and today it's all about hair treatments. The focus of this video will be the following three topics: pre-poo, deep conditioning, and putting your hair to bed. Alright, so pre-poo. Why do people wax their cars? It's because they want to protect the paint, right? The paint is exposed to the sun, rain, cold, washing detergents, brushes, sponges, high-power water spray in the drive-through car wash. And why is all of this effort spent on cars? It's because the paint expands and contracts. So you put a barrier on the car between the paint and the elements. And as we all know, this helps prevent the paint from breaking down as quickly. It's just a part of good car maintenance. If there's a way to preserve the paint, you're going to put the wax on the car. It costs too much money. I mean, you spend so much money on a car to allow it to get raggedy looking. You're still making payments, but your paint is chipping off. It's like, really? You put all that money into your car, but you just didn't wax it? I mean, come on now. It's counterintuitive. So your hair is exposed to those same elements and some. Your hair puts up with sun, rain, cold, wind, washing, brushes, combs, bobby pins, protective styles, extensions, blow dryers, curling irons, flat irons, rollers, flexi rods, perm rods, twists, braids, roller sets, and guess what? Your hair also expands and contracts. You invested the time and effort into going natural. You spent the money or small fortune to buy the products you need, but you're not doing treatments. So the question is, why are you not doing treatments on your hair? I mean, how, Sway? If you haven't done treatments, start them right now, immediately. Seriously, you can be your hair's worst enemy. And I don't think it's because you don't care. I think it's because you don't fully realize how much it means. So hopefully, after this video, you will let your hair know how much you care and begin to do treatments on a regular and consistent basis. Okay. So the way I see it is like this. The goal of a pre-poo is allow the bad stuff you don't want on your hair to attach to the pre-poo treatment and leave your hair alone. Pre-pooing works because it protects your sebum from being completely stripped away. Nobody puts dirty dishes into the dishwasher without rinsing them first. So don't wash your hair without a pre-poo, okay? Pledge with me that you'll start doing pre-poo treatments. I pledge allegiance to my hair to do pre-poo treatments. Just kidding. But my favorite pre-poo treatments are grapeseed oil, apple cider vinegar, manuka honey, organic baby foods, and I'm going to start experimenting with eggs, butter, and cucumbers. Do your research and find different pre-poo recipes. Okay, so next up we have deep conditioning. And so what I'm going to do is show you, this is a strand of hair. Boop. And this is a strand of hair reinforced by ingredients, okay? Treatments help make hair stronger by reinforcing the strands. Imagine the treatments are the reinforcements to each individual strand. Protection from the elements and filling in the cuticles because of all that hair goes through on a regular and consistent basis. Products are a temporary solution to permanent hair problems. That's why it's so important to not only grow strong hairs, but to treat them like they're fragile. And the healthier the hairs are from the scalp, which we'll cover in my supplements and healthy diet and water drinking videos, the more protected they are through the cleaning and styling process, which ultimately leads to less opportunities for damage. The goal of a deep conditioner is to fortify those strands. What I do, since I can't allow the ingredients of the deep conditioners to touch my scalp or get too close to my face, is I pull my hair up into a very high ponytail, all the way up here. And then I apply the deep conditioner to only the ends. This is helping me have less buildup on my scalp and less water used rinsing it out. So it's saving me money and water. It's so important to know what your hair needs in terms of deep conditioning. This is super subjective and it depends. If your hair feels mushy, if you took a wad of tissue and put it in your hand and then you wet it, that's what I mean by mushy. You need protein. If it feels dry and crunchy, like some Cheetos, you can hear it, you need moisture. You can go to naturallycurly.com and just search protein or moisturizing conditioners, and then you need to know if you have low or high porosity. There's a ton of articles on there. You will have no problems. And also, hair porosity, low or high or normal. You can also take the porosity test so you can learn what your hair likes. I have low porosity hair. It means it doesn't absorb water very well. Products sit on top and don't easily absorb. So that's why the treatments I use require me to use the greenhouse effect or use my Q Redo hair steamer. You've got to do what works best for you. So the number 3 thing is putting your hair to bed. So last but not least, putting your hair to bed. At night, it helps to preserve your length because you reduce your styling time and effort. If you put your hair to bed consistently, you spend less time in the mornings, and this leads to less manipulation. I hope you see how all of these components work together for the good of your hair. If you use the correct treatments, then your hair is less vulnerable during this process. And yes, there is a right way and a wrong way to do it, y'all. So y'all remember wearing a wrap hairstyle, and you wrapped it the same way every night. Your hair was so laid, and over time you ended up having these few strands standing straight up off your head, no matter how much Let's Jam you would put on them. Well, you were putting your hair to bed wrong. You were the reason. There's no reason for those hairs to have a mind of their own like that. And you know why? You gave them permission to stand up like that. If you're not willing to own your role in why your hair is not thriving, then there's no point to any of what you're doing. You can't blame products, your stylist, or your hair. Be accountable. Take responsibility for the health of your hair. Figure out the cause and effect relationship of what you're doing or not doing and fix it. Like, own it. Work to correct the issues and never look back unless you see someone struggling with the same issues you did and let them know what's up. People don't care until they know how much you care. Coming from a place of like, yeah, I've been through that, it's a great way to help someone because you get it and you overcame it. They might not fix it overnight, but the point is to plant the seeds in which they can grow into better habits. I try to give my hair every advantage to be healthy and thrive. I put my headscarves in my nightstand drawer, and I also have a satin pillowcase in the event I'm too lazy to put my hair to bed some nights. I mean, whatever it takes mentality. I know it seems like so much, but it's such a habit for me that I had taken for granted, how much I actually do to help my hair grow. But I do it all consistently, and it shows. If you're putting in the effort but not reaping the rewards, look into what you're doing and change it. Keeping on doing the same wrong things just keeps you getting further and further behind on your hair goals. I'm breaking down the components of a healthy hair care regimen so that you can establish one, that you like, that allows your hair to get what it needs without robbing you of hours of your life. If it takes you 6 hours to detangle your hair, no offense, because all of this is constructive ideas and designed to help you, not put you down in any way. So if it takes you longer than an hour to detangle your hair, then you're doing lots of things wrong. From the tools you're using, the styles you're choosing, to how and what you're using to clean your hair, to the lack of doing treatments. It's the sum total of all what you're not doing. You can have all the right stuff and still be doing it wrong. Like, for example, if it takes you a long time to detangle your hair, you're probably using the wrong types of oils. For example, I can't use coconut oil personally, but coconut oil is a penetrating oil. So what it does is, it makes your hair feel soft, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't give a lot of quote unquote protection. You need a non-penetrating oil. Coconut oil is a penetrating oil. You need a non-penetrating oil. And so what a non-penetrating oil is going to do is it's going to coat your hairs and let them slide back and forth amongst each other. So that way they're not tangling up and stuff. They're like neighbors instead of trying to get their freak on. Penetrating oils will let them get their freak on. A non-penetrating oil will let them be neighbors. Okay? My 2 cents. Prove me wrong. Because I'm sitting over here with hair that takes me only a few minutes to detangle. I'm just sharing my ideas on the subject. And so, you know, it's like I had all the right stuff before and I was doing the wrong things. I was continuing to use a product that I bought and paid for, just because I spent my hard-earned money on it. And, I would keep on using something, ignoring the damage being caused, and that was no good for me, my hair, and it's counterproductive because your hair starts to suffer. And equally important, it's so frustrating. Like, you're putting all this time, effort, and money into your head, and you still got issues. It's like, really? But that is a sign that you're doing something wrong. And that's why I'm spending so much time to go in depth and break down these components to a regimen so that you can get on the path to healthy hair you love. So next in the series is how to choose the correct products. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Visit fairsuitsgarden.com to purchase the products that I created to help me grow chemical-free natural hair.